Hello folks, Craig Stern here from IndieRPGs.com. I was just given a special pre-release beta build of Drox Operative by Stephen Peeler, aka Soldak Entertainment. If you haven't been following the news on this one is a sci-fi... I almost hesitate to call it a Diablo-alike. That's sort of what Soldak Entertainment is known for making games sort of in the Diablo vein, but with really interesting procedural events and sort of shifting political dynamics with different factions. Drox Operative builds on that, and I actually haven't played it yet. My understanding is that this is very much almost more in the vein of like Freelancer, or one of these outer space games where you're really just kind of dealing with different factions, and it's less about exploring dungeons and killing things and collecting loot. So I'm really interested to play this, and I haven't played it yet, so you're going to get to see me do that and sort of get my first impressions as I play. Okay, I guess we will want to create a new ship, right? Oh man, we get to pick a race. Let's take a look. First we have the humans. More advanced than the ragtag days of early space exploration, human civilization has finally united, at least enough to compete with the other expansionist races of the galaxy. But will they keep their natural aggression external, or collapse back into the old pattern of infighting, sticking to their tiny section of the universe? They can be messy and unpredictable, but also fiercely determined and obsessive. Dryad. The mobile plant-based female-dominated Dryad civilization expand organically with dormant seasons often followed by bursts of activity. Don't be fooled by the Dryad's pleasant and trusting natures. They're fierce defenders of their territories, and organic life in general. Oh my god, that ship is not going to stop shooting, is it? While vastly superior to most others in terraforming technology and natural medicine, they're appallingly inept at mechanical devices. That could be a problem for an outer space game. Let's see. Unabated pollution horrifies them. It is against one of their cultural mores, and they try to avoid dealing with civilizations with this obscenity. Interesting. Utopian. From the wheel to the cog to the self-aware artificial intelligence, the string of invention led to a race of robots free from biological oppression. Logic is their god, but a shared memory stream has led to suspicious and unforgiving natures. For industrious utopians, new life is as simple as hardware replacement. Death is only relatable through annihilation. Anything less is negligible. The utopian are relentless and brutal killers. As fast producers, they optimize and use newly acquired resources while implementing redundant defenses. Expansion is less important than protecting the information network and newly gained materials, which could be anything rock, wood, or even organic matter of a more sophisticated structure. You know, I haven't even been looking at this. They have like little bonuses down here. So they get +5 to computers, plus 50% attack per computer's point, extra computer component slot, extra computer active boost component slot, extra utopian crew slot. Interesting. So they're very computer-centric, kind of the opposite of the Dryads, who get plus 50% extra suck at technology, apparently. Although, what's this? They get +2 to engineering. That doesn't sound like they suck at mechanical devices. I don't know about that. Fringe. Unlike most life forms, the Fringe are made entirely of energy. With their unique applications of science, they've developed astounding drive, shield, and beam technology. Even with such impressive advances, don't be surprised by the Fringe's chaotic personality and culture. They are not strangers of anger. Diplomacy is not easily achieved. So they get +2 to tactical, +3 engineering, more damage with tactics, more energy with engineering. Okay, so clearly they're energy-focused. It almost kind of begs the question why they need a ship made out of matter if they themselves are made out of energy. I guess maybe there are certain advantages. Whatever. Whoa, that's an interesting beam weapon. Hive. The insectoid hive civilization includes many species evolving together into a communal caste system. While art, economy, and technology aren't their strong suits, utilizing different breeds for workers, warriors, and rulers definitely has its advantages. Few civilizations can compete with the hive's efficiency at production and harvesting. So, okay, so far it looks like every race gets an extra crew slot for a member of that race. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that seems to be the, it seems to be sort of a common thread here. So, these guys basically are good at defense, it looks like. They're very defensively focused with their ships. Okay, let's look at the Drak. The aggressive flying dragon men are fierce opponents planet-side and in space. Dragon men? Really? I was willing to overlook the dryads, but I don't know, it's a little bit too much fantasy, I think, for a sci-fi game. But whatever. We'll just put that aside for now. Perfecting war to an art helped quell rebellious infighting. The peace promoted a long-term stability for a species with such a slow reproductive cycle. This secure warrior tradition makes their race very dangerous to outsiders. Some believe a rogue operative influenced the Drak culture in ancient times. So, they get +2 tactical, +3 helm, kind of like the hive, right? Oh no, they get +3. Oh no, it's the fringe that get... No, who gets the helm? I could have sworn I saw someone else get a bonus from helm. Oh, yeah, they do get a helm bonus, but they don't get a tactical bonus. The fringe get a tactical bonus. Okay, never mind. Don't mind me. I'm just slowly sort of absorbing the difference between the races here. They get a damage multiplier per tactical point. Wow. That is pretty hardcore. Interesting. So this is obviously a very aggressive race if you want to just run around blowing things up. Seems like a pretty solid choice. Lithozoid. Hardy Lithozoid find sustenance in almost anything, and their regenerative abilities give them a colonizing advantage, especially on hazardous planets. Both characteristics make them very hard to kill. Luckily, these rockmen are not known for intelligence. Their evolution didn't require it. Lithozoid destroy like a force of nature, taking what others don't want before overwhelming them by sheer numbers. They're avid explorers and fill a gluttonous procreative compulsion through rapid growth and expansion. Big structural bonuses. I'm guessing that has something to do with defense, although I'm not sure how that differs from defense itself. I'm assuming structure is kind of like hull strength, whereas defense is maybe dodging attacks or something? Shield deflection, possibly? I don't know, folks. I'm just seeing this for the first time, so I am just guessing. Cortex. While physically weak, the small, quiet, calm Cortex make up for their diminutive size with an uncanny intelligence. They are exceptional researchers and scientists. While clever with defense, Cortex are not quick to invade neighbors. It is a mistake to consider them benign, for when it comes to betrayal, nothing will stay their hand from justice. Stubborn is an apt description. They'll fiercely pursue a grudge, so care should be given to maintain a decent reputation among their kind. Bonuses in engineering and computers, energy bonuses, energy regen, extra attack per computer's point. Interesting. Okay. I'm still not entirely clear on what energy does. I guess we'll be finding that out, folks. I assume we will be seeing that sooner or later. Oh, look at that. We can rotate the ships. Isn't that nice? Shadow. There's a nice little Babylon 5 reference. Small, stealthy shadow are hard to find. These camouflage artists employ excellent planet-side tactics and well-skilled ambushes. Feisty demon beings, shadow will quickly change sides when it's to their advantage. They are hard to trust for a reason. Betrayal is in their nature, but there is no species better suited to the spy profession. Okay, so they have an extra cloaking component slot. Not extra explosion resistance slot. Okay, not really seeing what makes them so different otherwise. I mean, the cloaking's cool, but... Alright, Brunt. Brunt are as impressive as their size. Huge! I don't know about that phrasing. You'll always find them carting large personal weaponry. While relying on firepower and aggressive tactics, they happily sacrifice speed and cunning. Intimidation and posturing often give the Brunt an advantage when dealing with other races, and it precedes their true joy of mindlessly pummeling enemies to death. They are warriors of blood, fire, and brutality. So they get a big tactical bonus, and a huge damage multiplier, plus an extra missile component slot. I think these guys might even be more damage focused than the Drak are. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll start with human, not to be totally boring, just because I feel like, you know, any given game, human are sort of the default. And, quite frankly, I'm going to need all of the help I can get in figuring out how things work without throwing kinks into it by choosing a weirdly specialized race. Now, what is this? Randomize. Randomizes race name and advanced options. Oh. Aha. Oh, let's look at these advanced options for a second. Hardcore mode. A difficulty option isn't available until we have one ship level 25 or above, so obviously we won't be checking that one. Hardcore rules are simple. When a ship that has chosen the hardcore option is destroyed, it stays that way. Death is perma, so to speak. The ship doesn't have access to the shared stash. Okay, interesting. So we can have a bunch of ships with a shared stash. Good to know. Unlucky. An unlucky ship finds fewer rare components than normal. Yeah, we'll leave that off. Semi-hardcore. In semi-hardcore, each destroyed ship is very painful, but not necessarily the end. Each time your ship is destroyed, you lose 5 base structural. If your base structural ever gets to 0 or below, then your ship is... Yeah, that's ship, not ships. Ship is destroyed forever. Can you save the galaxy when death is actually dangerous? Probably, but we're not going to check that right now. Poverty! Poverty is a difficulty option only for advanced players. A poverty ship finds less money and fewer components. Can you still become an elite Drox operative when you are dirt poor? Maybe? I don't know, but we're not checking that one either. Let's just hit OK and take off with the good ship Firefly. Starting monster level. Interesting. This is the level the game starts monsters at. So this is actually something we've seen in other Soldak Entertainment games. I distinctly remember seeing this in Din's Curse. It looks like we can start monsters off at level 24. I don't know why on earth I would ever want to do that. It seems suicidal, frankly. But you know what? Yeah, we're going to stick with 0. I guess there are people who will want to do something like that, just for the lulz, if you will. Let's see. Normal pacing. Oh, I see. So you can speed the pace up to get an experience point bonus. Okay. So it's not actually how fast things move in the game, it's how fast quests advance and how quickly monsters respawn. If this is anything like Din's Curse, it's already going to feel pretty breakneck in pace, just on normal, so I'm just going to leave it be for now. Sector size. Okay, interesting. That changes the size of the world that it randomly generates. Sector settlement. Home planet only. Okay, so it's going to start off... Gotcha. So you can determine how much settlement there is in the sector at the start of the game. Right now, only home planets will be settled when we start the game, instead of a whole bunch of different planets being settled, potentially. Number of races. Oh, we'll just leave that random. And we'll leave that on normal. Okay, create new sector. Welcome to the Drox Operative Help System. To read a new help topic, click on the blinking question mark icons when they appear bottom center of the screen. These are here to help you learn the game as quickly as possible without boring you to death with the tutorial. That's good. If I took a tutorial, if I went through a tutorial and I died from boredom, then this would be a really depressing video. You would be witnessing me dying. That would be kind of traumatic, I would think. I can turn these off if I want. Okay, cool. Okay, interesting. So you hold down the left mouse button to... Whoop, what is this? Okay, so that's a stash. Yeah, you hold down the left mouse button, and the ship kind of follows you around. Interesting. And let's see. What is this? Dynamic galaxy. Each and every sector you play will be different. Without giving any spoilers, when someone says do this quick or something might happen, whatever that something is, it will probably happen if you don't do something about it. When someone tells you to hurry, they really do mean it. The game will change depending on what is going on in the sector, when you arrive, what you do, what you don't do, what the races do, and even what the monsters do, so keep on your toes and solve the sector's problems as quickly as you can. You are a Drox operative after all. True, however, I am a Drox operative who has no idea what he's doing. So let's keep that in mind. The objective of each game or new sector is to ally and help one race conquer that sector of the galaxy. You will be successful if there is only one remaining race and you are allies with them. You will fail if you enter the war state with all of the remaining races, or the sector gets down to one race and you aren't allies with them. You have 10 minutes to fix a losing... that needs to be spelled correctly. Scenario. Okay. Speed. The speed of your ship is very important to survival. The main way to improve thrust is by installing drives. Okay. The only thing that increases weight is the hull. Bigger ships weigh more. There are several things that can slow me down, like gravity wells and overloading my ship by using too much power. Interesting. Yep, shared stash. We already know what that is if we've played Diablo before. Moving. The easiest way to move around is simply hold down the left mouse button. We can also move around with the WASD key, where W thrusts, A and D turn, and S stops. That sounds horrible. I'm going to use the mouse. Alright. Oh, more stuff. Attacking. There are many ways to attack a ship. Left-clicking on the ships will use whatever weapon is specified. Pressing a number key will use whatever component is in the corresponding slot. And finally, right-clicking will use the bottom component in my right-click slots on the nearest end. I don't have any idea what that means. That's extremely confusing. I have a cheap nuclear mine, and I have a cheap laser 1. So, okay. Interesting. Race relations. The races present in this sector, my relations with them, and the races' relations with one another are very important. The race relations screen, default hotkey R, shows how much everyone likes or dislikes each other, and the treaties between all of the races. You can also talk to individual races on the race relations screen to negotiate treaties, trade for things like jump gate activations, get or solve quests, or interact with the races in many other ways. Targeting. Much of my ship's targeting is automated, but I still have a lot of control if I want. If I have a component and I have the mouse cursor on top of an enemy, it will use that enemy as the target. If I already have an enemy targeted, it will continue to target that enemy. My ship will automatically target the nearest enemy to my mouse cursor. Interesting. So actually it looks like I might not necessarily want to stick with the mouse movement scheme, because I can target enemies independently of me using... What is this? Discover a Dryad. Where did I discover a Dryad? That looks like a star. I'm going to not fly into that. Or it's something. I don't know if it's a star, but flying into that seems like a terrible idea. Left click versus right click. Left clicking with the mouse is context sensitive and does the most common actions, whereas right click does the more rare actions like using a component. For movement and attacking, you can hold down the left mouse button to continue the current action. You can also set up to 3 components in the slot in the lower right corner of the screen to use when you right click on an enemy. Right clicking uses the component in the bottom slot. Use the up and down arrow keys to change which order these are in. Still not entirely clear on what that refers to. I guess I will find out. Ow! Hey, hey. Watch it, buddy. I've got weak lasers 1 here. Ooh, critical hit. Okay, you know what? This is pretty cool. I was afraid the combat would suck, but so far, kind of enjoying it. Kind of enjoying it. Whoa, whoa, hey now. Watch it, buddy. Do you know who you're dealing with here? Ooh, space junk. Whoop, whoop. Hey, hey now. Let's see. Left click to search. And what did we find? A nuclear mine. And a new help topic. No, instant nanite repair. That actually sounds much more useful. Let's see. Help topic. Alt. The Alt key lets me see all of the components floating in space at once, and I can press Alt again to turn it off. Oh, that's actually pretty handy, because I distinctly remember in Din's Curse, when it would show all of the items on the screen, sometimes the screen would get really cluttered and it made it almost unplayable. So that's really smart that he put that in there. Good to see it. And what is this? There are 5 types of slots on my ship. General slots carry any type of component. These are only found inside of cargo bays and vendors. So, okay, I'm not going to read all this. You're probably bored as it is. What kind of ships are these exactly? Guardians? Are these Dryad ships? Let's see. I guess they must be, because, they're the only other race I know of in the galaxy right now. Interesting, okay. So, right now we have a neutral relationship, looks like, based on this this color scheme here on the top left, because it's yellow. Interesting. I wonder how I get quests. Okay, that's a whole bunch of hotkeys. Good to know, I guess. Whoa, anomaly, huh? Man, my ship is awesome. In retrospect, Firefly maybe was not the best name for this ship. What was that? Why are you attacking my space junk? Show you. You know what? I don't need an enemy. I'm perfectly okay without enemies. What is this thing? Okay, that is kind of anomalous. I would not expect a ramjet drive and battery bank to be hanging out in the middle of space. But you know what? I will take those things. And what's this? Oh, I see. I just got a couple of common components that were... Oh, here it is. Hidden within the anomaly were some ship components. Okay. I guess that almost makes sense. Inventory. Let's take a look at what we have here. Oh dear God. Go away. I get it. There's a new help topic. Stop. Okay. Empty. What's this? Cheap laser. Okay, so those are the things that are... These are heavy components. These two are equipped, I believe. Right? What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Ow. You know, just trying to look at my my inventory here. I do not need asteroids pelting me. Light components. And, oh, it's a wandering vendor. Hello. Wait, wait. Stop. I want to talk to you. Wolaprossi? You have a really weird name, but you know what? That's cool. What do you have here, sir? Essential components. Interesting. Shield surge. Also interesting. Thrust boost. Emergency nanite repair. Cheap light armor. Folks, I'm getting the sense that I am... Whoa. Dryad has colonized planet something in the Proteus system. Okay. Folks, I'm getting the sense that it's going to take me quite a while to figure out how everything works here. Okay, I have cheap deflectors. These are more cheap deflectors. So those improve my maximum shields, and they increase my power load. So presumably those slow me down a little. but max shields are kind of good. Let's see. Interesting. So it looks like these have a bunch of bonuses. +2 kinetic resistance, +2 thermal resistance, +5% tweaked find chance. That's interesting. And it looks like these come with +20 radar, which I assume affects the mini-map in the top right. That's just a guess. What is this? Cheap EMP. So that's clearly a different sort of... Someone has started an uprising. Man. Y'all need to slow down, alright? I'm just figuring this out. A cheap escape pod? I will have a chance to escape alive if my ship is destroyed. That sounds kind of useful. Except, wait, I have 0 credits. I have literally no money at all. I don't even know why I'm talking to this guy. Never mind. Sorry. Carry on. Although, you know what? I bet I could sell some of that quote-unquote space junk I found. Hey, Wallaprosy, hang on a second here. I got something you might like. How would you like to have... I'm guessing I cannot sell myself. John. Actually, that's not me. He's a crew member, right? Huh. So I guess I just added him to my crew when I did that. That's my guess. What is this? Cheap coprocessor. Cheap nuclear mine. Cargo bays. Okay. Now what is this stuff? Ramjet jar. Oh, so this must be my inventory here. I honestly have no idea what the difference is between having him there and having him there. Put light components here. The 2 or 3 slots below are extra slots based on your race. They can only hold very specific types of components or crew. Oh, okay. So that's just extra space that I get to use for human-specific stuff. I get it. Cool, cool, cool. So, and this is my actual inventory, looks like. So, okay, so these are the 5 slots that are taken up in this cargo bay. Right? So, and it looks like the cargo bay can hold 16 components, and I have 4 cargo bays. Good to know. So I have my cheap nuclear mine. I guess I'll stick that in my medium components. I have a battery bank, which I am now identifying. That gives me plus 22 max energy, plus 24% chance to find extra credits, I'm guessing, and plus 12 power load. Okay. Sure, let's do it. I like that that weird drilling noise that accompanies the installation of new components. That's pretty cool. And what is this? Ramjet drive. Plus 8 defense, plus 17 thrust. That seems pretty cool. I will put that in. And what is this? Emergency nanite repair. So I'm guessing this is... Oh, wait a minute. My power load is not looking so hot here. I'm overloaded. Okay. Let's identify this and see if this is worth keeping. So that's plus 14 defense and 21 thrust. That's plus 8 defense and 17 thrust. And... do either of these have a power load requirement? That's plus 10 power load. These two don't seem to have any power load requirements. So that's the cheap laser. I need that. That's not going to go away. The cheap nuclear mine. That is a plus 15 power load requirement. I'm just going to take that away, especially since I apparently have one already. Energy Spike 1 quickly boosts my energy levels. So these seem to be like the equivalent of one-use items. Kind of like a health potion and a mana potion, if you will. The sci-fi equivalents thereof. Can I stick these down here? Yes, I can. Okay. Duly noted. I still don't have anything I necessarily want to sell. Well, maybe I could sell this. Alright, you know what? Here, Walprosy, take this. Ooh, now I have 6 credits. Nice. I can apparently donate money? Is that... Oh no, I can donate parts to him if I want. But why would I want to do that? I like credits. Credits are fantastic. Alright, so I have... How much power load? I have 11 power available to add stuff. Let's see what I can add. Cheap nuclear missiles. That sounds pretty nasty. What is this? Shield surge. Whoa. Am I being attacked? Hey, where you going, Walprosy? I killed him. It's cool. Don't worry. Cheap RAM accelerator. That's too much power. What is this? Ah, cheap light plating. I like that. But it costs 24. And I can't really afford that. Alright, you know what? You know what, Walprosy? I'm sorry, I'd like to buy more stuff from you, but I am the poorest Drox operative in the universe, and I can't even afford to do that, so... Oh look, a storage pod. Oh dear god. Ow! Ow! Stop! Stop with the hurting! The hurting! Okay, storage pod, what do you have for me? 3 credits. Nice. And a RAM accelerator. You can never have enough RAM accelerators, that's what I say. Oh my god. Okay, time to run. That is way too many ships. Oh dear god! Wow. You know what? Jump! Yay! I found a jump gate. That was exciting. Where should I go? I don't actually know where else I can go. Do I have any options here? Apparently not. If I exit, am I going to explode? Possibly. Let's try not to, though. Oh dear god. Oh man, this is super bad. Why are all of these different races all coming after me and trying to kill me? Come on, I'm just a Drox operative. Leave me alone. Alright, you know what? You know what? I'm going to try to kill all of you. It's probably not going to end well, but I'm tired of you missiling and firing on my ship. Okay, that was completely ridiculous. I basically took, like, no damage that entire battle. Like, my shields went down, but my structure is still 45 out of 45. That's completely nuts. Oh, I just got +5 crew points on a budget coprocessor or something? I've moved out of the star system. There's nothing out here. Follow the yellow blinking star near my ship to go back into the star system. Interesting. Well, I will say one thing about being out of the star system. There's no one trying to explode me out there. Now what is this? Inventory screen? Yep, don't need it. Find and combat percents. Component find, tweaked find, critical hit, and direct hit bonuses are slightly misleading. They represent the bonus compared to the normal. Okay, why would you call it that if it's misleading? Question. For example, a 100% bonus to critical hits means a 100% better chance than normal, not a 100% chance. So if your normal critical hit chance is 5% and you have a 100% bonus, the final value will be 10%. So, okay. That makes sense. I get that. A 100% bonus to critical hits means it's plus 100% your normal critical hit chance. Makes sense. Power overload. My ship only has so much power load to go around. It has a little built into the ship, but most of it is usually generated by any power plant or power collector components that I've installed. Blah, blah, blah. I can use more power load than is available. This will greatly slow down the regeneration rate of many things, so I want to avoid maxing out my power. If If I'm using too much power load, I will want to install a better power plant and or power collector, or install components that use up less power load. Noted. Jump gates form a network of locations in the sector where a ship can instantly move from one location to another. There are a few limitations. First, I must find and activate each jump gate to be able to use it. Second, since jump gates need regular maintenance, a jump gate can only be a valid destination if it is located in a system that has at least one inhabited planet. And last but not least, each race that has an inhabited planet in the system will charge me a fee to use their jump gate as a destination. This fee is based on how much they like me. Noted. Oh. Hey, hey. Watch it, buddy. I am piloting the Invinci ship here. Did you not just see me single-handedly destroy that entire squadron of enemies? Usually the player's ship has multiple layers of damage mitigation. First, my resistances will reduce damage taken, then the reduced damage hits the shields. If it gets through the shields, it will hit the armor plating. The danger really lies when the damage gets through the resistance, shields, and armor plating. Now damage is going to hit the structure of the ship. Oh. Maybe I did get hurt there, because I have 0 armor plating. That's a pretty interesting system there. Pretty cool. So basically, as long as you don't take more damage than your shields can handle, you're perfectly fine, it seems like. An unstable wormhole. Oh dear God! This is not good. Also, that sounds like a really, bad your mom joke. Your mom's an unstable wormhole. Oh, this is really bad. I'm like taking major structural damage here. And I don't seem to have any way of being able to outrun these guys. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Hi-ya-ya. Well, I kind of expected I would die in my first playthrough, but, I am really dying. Like, a lot. Oh, wait, no. Right-click. There we go. That's what I wanted. I am super on fire here. Yep, so I don't think the good ship Firefly is going to survive much longer, folks. Gonna be honest. I am really, really slow relative to pretty much every other ship in the game. Black box. Oh, okay. I assume that has all my old components. Firefly Drox Operative was killed by a female Scion Storm in SCO. Sure I was. That makes sense. Alright, folks, well, there you have it. There was your first sneak peek at this beta build preview of Drox Operative. I hope you enjoyed watching. I did enjoy playing, despite the fact that I was confused pretty much the entire time. And I'm looking forward to plumbing the depths of this game and learning its secrets so that I can play without dying constantly. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.